So according to TikTok, Coachella was actually the worst place you could be this weekend, and you should actually be happy you weren't invited.
Nope, don't do it, black people. Stay the hell home.
I guess you're wondering why there's no black people at Coachella. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's enough convenience for us to be like, yeah, I want to keep going every year, y'all. Unless you got VIP and guest artist pass, I would say don't feel like you're missing out anything.
Black people are still resting, and they're gonna be resting for quite some time, okay?
I thought y'all said black people were at Coachella. There's no black people here. It is a rare sighting to see a black person at Coachella right now, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
Friend, I was really trying to keep quiet, but it's something about Coachella that just triggers me, especially as, you know, a bigger black creator. I love how much Coachella really depicts the gap between black creators and brands. To start, my For You page looked like it's never before. Usually, I'm sorry, it's nothing but black creators over here, baby. All I got is white creators right now with huge followings, and this is no shade to them, but I just think it really shows the opposite of what my For You page is, which is normal to a lot of these people that put these creators in these houses that the brands see that's ran by blonde hair, blue-eyed girlies doing their marketing gig that don't see us. And I find it so sad that all of these activations, most of these houses, all the events that I'm seeing, it's only white creators too. And in 2026, it is so sad that they can just blatantly get away with it. You have a creator house with multiple creators, and we're lucky if there's one of us, but a lot of these houses that I'm seeing, because I'm paying attention, it's all white creators too. Y'all couldn't get one of us in there? Put one of us on your list?
I was packing to go to Coachella this morning, and on my For You page, there's just an abundance of videos of girls being like, I can't believe like this brand randomly uninvited me last minute, like Airbnb cancellations. I'm thinking like, oh my God, I can't believe like this is happening. Like this is so insane. I can't believe people are doing this. Then I get a text from my manager. I'm not going to Coachella anymore on the birthday. 2 weeks before all of this, I had 2 options to go to Coachella. One of them was with a brand that I loved, but it just wasn't the best situation for me personally. And the second one came super last minute, and they offered like full flight, full accommodation, VIP tickets, everything. And I'm thinking this is like so good. Even though it's all last minute, it's all coming together. Like I finna be in the pit. As soon as they tell me like, okay, we can confirm you, they ghosted. So this is last week. Thursday up until Monday of this week, they completely radio silence ghosted me. I was thinking as of 2 days ago, I was not going to Coachella. And then randomly last night, in the middle of the fucking night, the brand reaches out back to me and is like, okay, send your clothing info, send your address, send everything, like flights, everything, we got you covered. And like one of the big agreements this weekend was like I only had to wear their clothes, which I was like, okay, like I'm fine with that. Today I'm thinking everything is back on, like let's get this going. Then they asked me to sign this contract, and it basically said I wasn't allowed to go to any other event at Coachella. And this would have been fine if they had told me this in the beginning, but I had already RSVP'd to Camp Poosh, Revolve Fest, 818 Pose. Then I get back to them, I'm like, this is low-key so sneaky, like what the hell, y'all just snuck that into the contract. So then I asked them like, would it be okay if I just attend maybe just one event? Instead of like responding back being yes or no, they fully were like, we're about to drop you, and then have completely ghosted me from then. So basically, I don't think I'm going anymore. Like, trust me, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful at all. I just think the communication was like so disappointing because people were planning this in real time. Like, I was getting ready for this in real time. Obviously, I'm so grateful that I even have these opportunities presented to me in the first place. And I know this is not the end of the world, like, clearly. But yeah, that's my full story, and that all happened this morning. So that's my vibe.
Man, I knew about the one warehouse. I didn't know 6 of them. You telling me 6 of them are on fire? Boy, it's about to get wicked. And historically, violence has always been the answer. So now I'm like, yeah, It's starting now. Completely unrelated. At Coachella, people are spending $100,000. I'm just saying, this is not the time to be flaunting your cash. That's just me.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing great wherever you are watching us from. So Coachella 2026 just happened, right? And somehow it feels like the whole group of people just got quietly erased from the invitation list. No announcement, no explanation, just vibe, and suddenly black creators are like, wait, weren't we just here? Because let's not forget, after Beyonce turned Coachella into Coachella, everybody wanted black culture. Brands were outside, influencers were flown in, money was being spent. But now, it's giving thanks for your service. Can you go home now? Thanks for your service. You can go home now. And the craziest part, people are not even shocked anymore. They are just tired. Anyway guys, let's dive into the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share the video. I'll be back soon.
So a couple people have been talking about how there weren't a lot of black creators this year at Coachella, and I'm here to give y'all my thoughts as to why that was. Number one, the obvious one. Look at what's happening socioeconomically. DEI is deprioritized and brands have deprioritized it as well. So a lot of your favorite brands have a lot of the same type of influencer walking around. Let me keep going. Did y'all see all the headliners? Everyone who performed a set at Coachella, there's not a lot of people that would go there for. Not a lot, actually, not a lot at all. I know someone noted the reason why so many black creators were there that one year was because Beyonce was there. So y'all see where this is coming from. Also, can I mention the sand? Your girl has locks. Sand plus hot sun that gives sweat plus locked hair? Oh no. I'm not doing a detox after I have to fly off of a plane and get back home. My loctician would jump me. And don't even get me started on the prices. This isn't mutually exclusive to black creators, but we need to re-emphasize them prices. This was so expensive. Like, unless you were invited by a brand and they paid for your travel, your accommodations, it is unrealistic to be attending Coachella without either going into some crazy ass debt, being on a crazy campsite that eventually got blown over by the wind, or staying at home. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not all brands. Like, I know Barbie and Method have black creators in their programming, but it is unfortunate and also unsurprising that we're seeing a lack of black creators, especially this year.
Just scammed out of $3K. I don't understand, because we bought the tickets through the Coachella resale site and somehow they were still reported stolen. Like, we paid through Coachella and somehow Coachella's system still allows the original reseller to then report stolen and pull it out. But the whole point of going through Coachella's website is to make sure that it's vetted and make sure that this doesn't happen. So I'm really confused. So anyway, stuck outside of Coachella, first world problem. Literally, this is happening to everybody. This isn't just me. There's like at least 20 people that we've talked to just from standing here alone who have had the same exact issue. So I don't know, this year's so. If anyone knows any other way to get in, also, like, I don't know how to get our money back because they're saying, well, it's reported stolen. Knows through a vetted system. Yeah, I don't know. Just reporting live out here.
A woman would never be able to headline Coachella and get away with what Justin Bieber got away with last night. There has been so much discourse around this performance, and I want to put my 2 cents in because I see a lot of different things when it comes to this performance. Now, disclaimer, I am not a Justin Bieber fan, but I'm also not a hater either. When he came out, it was kind of like I was a little bit too old, you know what I mean, to be listening to Justin Bieber. He was appealing to like a very younger demographic when he first came out. So I don't really have any feelings towards him. I have seen clips of his Coachella performance, and from what I've gathered on this here internet, apparently Justin does not have rights or owns his masters anymore. So there are certain songs that he is not allowed to perform. So pulling those songs up on YouTube and pretty much doing a karaoke situation with the crowd was like his workaround to be able to perform certain songs, which creative in a sense, yes. But also, he got paid $10 million. He got paid $10 million to headline Coachella. And a woman, especially a black woman or a black man, would never get away with that shit. Ever. And I have examples. We live in a patriarchal society, and it shows up in so many different ways. For example, women are held to such a high standard when it comes to music and just entertainment in general, right? And so many women have spoken out about this. I can think of a couple of examples. Summer Walker, Mariah the Scientist, Olivia Dean. These are 3 women that have been talked about recently in, pop culture space about their live performances. Summer Walker, Mariah the Scientist, they're called lazy. I remember a lot of people had smoke for Olivia Dean, which Olivia Dean is so incredibly talented, and her music doesn't even give, like, she would do full out choreography. But I remember around the time of the Grammys, people were saying like, oh, she's so boring. All she's doing is just, vibing on stage. But I'm like, that's what her music gives. That is what Summer Walker and Mariah the Scientist, that's what their music gives. But you see how they're still held to a certain standard. And even, you see the shirt, I'm Beehive. Even when we're having discussions about Beyonce, people want to critique her dancing as she's gotten older. Also, her Coachella performance will forever be the standard, but people always want to knock her down a peg every year and say, oh, this person was better than Beyonce, this person was better. But you put an artist's name in Chella, Beyonce started that trend. And this is my final thought. Justin Bieber's performance reminded me a lot of Frank Ocean's performance. Remember Frank Ocean's Coachella performance? That's the last time we've seen that man. Now, in 2026, a lot of people are saying like, oh, his performance was great. It was, super emotional and intimate, right? But I remember at the time when he performed, he got dragged for that performance. And we haven't seen him again. But Justin Bieber has gotten so much grace for this performance. Of course, there are people like me and other people on the internet that are giving Justin Bieber a little bit of smoke for his performance. But when you think about the amount of people that are giving him grace compared to the amount of people that gave Frank Ocean grace, it's no comparison. At the end of the day, Justin Bieber is a white man. I do know that he has a very mixed fan base. I know a lot of Black Justin Bieber fans, but it still doesn't change the fact that that man got paid $10 million. And he was up there playing on that stage. All I gotta say is my faves would never. Beyonce would fucking never. Lady Gaga would never. Ari would never. Yeah, those are my final thoughts.
Maybe it's just me, but the most fascinating part about Coachella right now is seeing how many people are getting scammed, what the scam was, how they got, how they're trying to get out of it. I'm like in it for the criminal investigation. The ones I heard so far is one girl, she actually is an influencer. She got invited by a brand. They sent her the tickets and then she got there and they were like, yeah, these tickets don't exist. These are totally fake. How would she have known? The second one I saw is this couple bought some tickets from a reseller. They got there, they got the camping site, they got all set up perfect. And then the people who actually sold it to them reported their tickets as stolen and took the tickets back. They got kicked out. And then the third one I saw is girls who claimed that they bought their tickets on the Coachella site. And the guy at the door was like, oh yeah, they can still be a scam if they're on the Coachella site. I think these people paid like in the $1,500 to $2,000 range because they were resellers. And I'm like, if I would have just lost $1,500 to $2,000 on a festival ticket that I know I'm not getting back and I'm there and I paid for everything else that goes with this, I feel so bad for them right now. But I mean, from an entertainment standpoint, damn. Now, I don't really care about the outfit.
I feel like brands are uninviting creators to Coachella as free advertisement for Coachella. Think about it. No one knew that Coachella was this weekend until influencers started coming out and dropping stories about them being uninvited. And then somebody had pointed out too that most of the creators who these brands are pulling out on last minute are Black. And honestly, all the stories that I've been seeing have been from Black creators having the brands cancel all them last minute. And to me, I'm like, that checks out. You know what I mean? Movements and governments and companies have used Black outrage for a really long time to push their products or push their movements along. And so I feel like maybe that's more of the same, you know what I mean? They want Black people to be mad or outraged about the fact that these creators are being pulled out last minute to draw attention to the fact that Coachella is even happening, because it's a dying brand. It's a dying festival. No one really cares about Coachella anymore, except for the companies who are trying to get people to buy their products or shell out tickets for these things. So
friend, I was really trying to keep quiet, but it's something about Coachella that just triggers me, especially as, you know, a bigger Black creator. I love how much Coachella really depicts the gap between Black creators and brands. To start, my For You page looked like it's never before. Usually, I'm sorry, it's nothing but Black creators over here, baby. All I got is white creators right now with huge followings, and this is no shade to them, but I just think it really shows the opposite of what my For You page is, which is normal to a lot of these people that put these creators in these houses that the brands see, that's ran by blonde hair, blue-eyed girlies doing their marketing gig that don't see us. And I find it so sad that all of these activations, most of these houses, all the events that I'm seeing, it's only white creators too. And in 2026, it is so sad that they can just blatantly get away with it. You have a creator house with multiple creators, and we're lucky if there's one of us, but a lot of these houses that I'm seeing, because I'm paying attention, it's all white creators too. Y'all couldn't get one of us in there? Put one of us on your list? So I'm just sharing this because a lot of times, you know, especially when they trying to, I'm finding it. Okay, this is where I want to go with this. Find. I have gotten to a place in my life, thank you God, where I understand every room is not for me, baby. Every invite doesn't have to reach my email box. Oh, and as a FYI, zero, nothing, nada. I had zero invites to an event, to a house, to a pass. Didn't happen. Crazy, yeah, but I'm just in a space where I took off that entitlement. I understand what is mine, and I want my Black creators who may be in a place I once was during Coachella weekend to understand, like, baby, no shade, that is not for us. But what I really want to put a call to action on is, how fun would it be if we did have a space like that? That's why it be hurting me, because I'm also like, oh, well, we don't really have a Black Coachella. Like, where can the Black creators go and brands spend a bag on gifting suites and put us up in first class flights and give us the VIP passes and give us an insane house decked out in all their gear? Where's that space for us? I really would love, I feel like Essence Fest is the closest thing to it, but for whatever reason, there is a gap there. And I really wish we could find a solution here, man. That's how I'm gonna end this.
I don't care what anybody says, Coachella does not look like fun. I feel like everybody who says that Coachella is fun is lying to us, okay? Because I don't understand how you guys are that hot. I mean, like, boiling fucking temperature, and you're telling me you're having a good time? You guys are waiting in long ass lines just to take showers. Food is expensive as hell. It's all them fucking people. Like, I don't care. That you're lying. That doesn't look like fun at all to me.
It's all about Coachella, Coachella, Coachella. I'm Coachella'd out. Seriously. I don't care if a brand waited last minute to drop you and you don't know how you're going to get to Coachella. I don't care about how hot it is. The only thing I really do care is when I see someone that looks like me there, like I have to press the heart button because it's the desert. It's heat. I could never go to something that's hella hot like that because I don't like being hot. I wouldn't even go to the concerts. I'll just be in my suite because I would not be doing no general admission and a tent on my car and taking a shower outside. Oh, me? Never. But yeah, I'm Coachella'd out, please. And I think we got like 3 more weeks. I don't know. I don't speak Coachella. But I know I'm getting tired of the videos. My algorithm is all the way off.
I took videos of the crowd throughout my time in the festival, like going to different stages. I'm going to show y'all what it really looks like. This is Coachella. This is what it looks like. 40% of those people had to be skinwalkers. Something was off. Something was off. I was looking in people's eyes and the sparkle was gone. I'm kidding. But like, I honestly didn't feel real because I was like, there's so many people. Like, I was just stepping out of my body and like, am I having fun? And y'all are probably like, well, why do you go then? Why do you go then? Because I love to fuck around with my friends and frolic and stuff. But bitch, it's no frolicking when it's a sea of people like that. Like, it's just, there's just none. To sum this video up, I think the thought of Coachella for me, and honestly, a lot of people that I've talked to, is better than the actual thing. Like, the preparation is even more fun. Like, getting all the outfits, shopping for the clothes, like color coordinating this, like, it's just like, and then you get there and it's like, okay, wait, I just walked so far that my ankles are giving rotator cuff McDonald's chicken nuggets. Fuck!
So from the outside looking in, not only does Coachella just look not even remotely fun at all, it also looks like it's just no longer for the average civilian. Because what do you mean if you're not a celebrity or an influencer, you're literally sleeping in sand? Like, I'm sorry, that does not seem fun. It really only looks fun for the influencers who get invited by really big brands and they get to stay in the big villas that these brands monopolize and take over just for the influencers. It's just like, what is this? This is so weird. If you're a civilian, it's like, okay, your options are to have like general admission and then have a camper van or a tent or something like that to sleep in, but then you still then have to commute from the campsite to the concert festival area and you have to trek through the desert, which I'm like, this just what? Or you pay the $1 million for VIP and then you get an Airbnb, which then you'd still have to commute to the festival space through the desert, like, and then to eat and drink to literally survive. The food and drink prices at the festival that I've been seeing are actually so insane. What part of this is even remotely feasible for the average person, unless you've been saving up for the entire year? Because that just, if you look at the numbers, the math ain't mathin', okay? The math ain't mathin'. Okay, so picture this. You've been saving up for a year to go to Coachella or whatever. You get the Airbnb, you save up, you got the food, everything, you got a really good VIP pass, everything's perfect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but then you still have the miserable traffic that it takes to get to the concert space and back to your Airbnb. Like, come on now. Come on.
So I've been seeing a discourse online regarding like the whole Coachella brand trips cancelling people at the last minute and stuff like that. I was seeing it yesterday, but I was out yesterday, so now I can really do a deep dive and talk about it. There's actually going to be two parts to this. So I'm going to make this video talking about like the cancellation and brands cancelling and stuff like that. And then the second part is basically, I've also seen a discourse where like people not complaining, but like giving an insight on like, you know, brands are taking like the same content creators, influencers on these brand trips. And I'm basically going to give my opinion regarding it. So part one is basically going to be, this video is going to be me basically talking about like brands cancelling on people X, Y, and Z. Okay, so I'm just going to call it out for what it is, because you know me, we'd have no filter around here. They're cancelling on black creators. Yeah. The pattern I've been seeing, I can only go back from what I've been seeing. The pattern of what I've been seeing, they're cancelling on black creators. That's it. It's a bunch of black women that I've seen come out and saying they're no longer going to Coachella. The agency has emailed them or text them saying that they're no longer, they can't, it's not within the budget, this, that, and the third, etc., etc. Firstly, that's appalling, because at the end of the day, people be spending money on outfits, people be planning their trip, people be putting all this time and energy into Coachella. Coachella's not cheap. Like, I've done my own research. Coachella is actually not cheap. And what I mean by it's expensive, I mean if you're paying off your own back. So this is without brands paying for you. Paying off your own back, Coachella is expensive. Now, I'm gonna say some harsh things, and some people, again, may not agree with what I'm saying, but that's totally fine. I don't expect everybody to agree with things that I'm saying. But as harsh as it is for, you know, for it to be cancelled on and stuff like that, and brands to be cancelling and agencies to be cancelling on you like that, look at the positive. Look at it as like a redirection. You are being saved from something. And I understand within a moment you get that call or you get that text, sorry, we are no longer able to take you to Coachella. I'll be pissed off too, trust me. Like, the way I'll be cussing, it won't even be a joke. Like, yeah, I'll actually crash out because it's not a joke. Like, people really invest their time and money, so I understand the frustration behind it. But once you cuss, once you do a bit of swearing, because that's what's gonna happen, once you bug out a little bit, you then have to redirect yourself and realize, okay, cool, why has this happened? And it's not even about why has this happened. God has made this happen because he's protecting you from something. I always see rejection as redirection. I try to always look at the positive in situations. So all these people that got Coachella cancelled on them, it's fine. There's gonna be bigger and better opportunities for you to go on brand trips and stuff like that. Don't even think about that too tough. Like, don't even worry. Yeah, Coachella is a big festival and everyone's at Coachella, and it's in LA, it's in lovely weather, and you're seeing one of your favorite artists perform. Like, who wouldn't want to be at Coachella? I want to be at Coachella right now. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you gotta realize that rejection is redirection. There could be a bigger opportunity to come later on in the year, and a brand reaches out to you and say, hey, you know, we really like your content. This, that, we want you to come on this trip, and we want you to do X, Y, and Z, yada, 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 yada. So yeah, I don't want people to, obviously you're gonna feel a type of way, but I want you guys to look at the positive in it and just see it as, you know what, the Lord was protecting you from something. Obviously you're not gonna know what that something is, but he was protecting you, and God always has your best interests. Like, he's never gonna steer you in the wrong direction. So yeah, that's how I kind of want people to look at it. But I've noticed a pattern. It's women of color, black women, that brands have been canceling on. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Welcome back, guys. Let's talk about what's really going on here, because the math is not matching in. First of all, how do you invite someone? Let them plan, pack, get ready, and then test them last minute and like, hey, budget issue at Coachella. That's like Justin Bieber getting paid millions to whisper on stage, but suddenly there is no money for the influencers you already booked. Creators are saying brands went silent for days, then came back with contracts full of restrictions like, oh, by the way, you can't attend any other events. You ghost me, then you try to control where I go? That's not a partnership, that's a trap.
Let's be real, some of these brand houses look like a copy-paste template, and in 2026, we are still doing this? That's not inclusion, that's decoration. This is not just about Coachella. This is what happens when diversity stops being trendy. Because when brands felt pressure to include everyone, suddenly black creators were everywhere. Now that those DEI conversations are fading, so is the effort and is showing loudly. Here is the part that really doesn't sit right. Coachella runs on black culture, hip-hop, R&B, style and energy. But the people who created the culture, now they are treated like optional guests.
That's like throwing a party, playing someone's music all night, then telling them they can't come inside. Even without the drama, Coachella is expensive. Ticket, flight, hotel, outfit, food. You are spending a ridiculous amount of money to stand in the heat, inhale dust, wait in lines, and maybe have fun. So people are asking, what exactly are we paying for? Because of the experience is made, the treatment is worse. Why go at all? And this is the part brands didn't expect. People are choosing to sit out, not complaining, not begging, not force their way in, just not showing up. And honestly, that might hit harder than any boycott.
At the end of the day, this whole situation is bigger than a festival. It's about value, it's about respect, and it's about knowing when something is no longer for you. Because once people realize they are being tolerated instead of being appreciated, they stop showing up. And when the energy leaves, so yeah, Coachella might look the same on the outside, but something important is missing, and this time people are not fighting to get back in, they are walking away. Anyway guys, what do you think about this video? Drop your thoughts on the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. See you in my next video. For now, peace.